first thing I get, my boyfriend comes in, he goes, "Hey, ABC's on the phone." And I says, "Why?" I mean, they're always calling me all the time. Like the one time that there's a picture of David Hogg with his hand outstretched and a black armband. And I go, look at that. Looks like a Hitler Youth. And then ABC called me and goes, "Could you please take that down?" Because they were monitoring me. That anything I said that wasn't libtard, was a threat to their democracy of no democracy. So I would take it down because, so they call me and I'm like, they're going to, but I had already deleted it because like after I thought about it, I was like, don't say Muslim Brotherhood with Valerie Jarrett because I knew that was just some heavy duty shit that I wouldn't have did if I wasn't drunk. And so I deleted it. Okay, ABC calls him. My boyfriend comes in. He goes, ABC's called and you're all over the news. I'm like, why? Goes, "Oh, because that was a racist tweet." And I swear to God.
Yes. I
said, Muslim is not I would still have vestigial libtard in me. So I was all up my ass, like, Muslim is not a race to the world. And he goes, "No, she's black." I'm like, huh? Oh, shit.
So you come in, now you have your own people. It becomes so this is around 2013, I think. It becomes the number one sitcom in America. We're talking about the reboot, obviously, of Roseanne. And then one night, I literally remember being on my couch, seeing your tweet, and all hell breaks loose. What was that night like?
Well, it was Memorial Day, and so I was having a couple beers for our fallen heroes, like everybody in America. And I had more than a couple, I guess. I had quite a few beers for our fallen heroes, as I do 365 days a year.
A true patriot.
A true patriot. And then I mix it with Ambien, drug of the devil. And I never have been on that since then. But, one time I tried to bake a cake on Ambien and I cracked an egg on the wall. I hope I found it the next day. While I was asleep. But anyway, so, see, I'm always conversing in my mind with God. The problem is that he answers. That's why I've always been locked up. But now I'm 72 and I just did this ketamine treatment and it showed me I really was talking to God and I still am. They just can't handle that I do. But I'm not going to apologize for it anymore or let them cut parts of my brains out or drug me or nothing. I'm just going to do it. So God woke me up and he's like, "Hey, Roseanne, check out this meme." Oh, he has a Jamaican accent too, but I don't do it too well yet. I'm practicing. He's like, "Roseanne, look at this meme." And,
that sounded a little more Arabic.
Yeah, I know. And they end up all sounding Lithuanian like my grandma. So I can only do one accent, but it also sounds Chicano because I was in love with the neighbor boy.
So God has a Jamaican Lithuanian accent. Got it.
Kind of, yeah. His own way. But he's like, look at this meme. Maybe he sounds like me. Look at this here meme. And I looked at it and it was a meme that I was startled by. And God says, "Write this down exactly as I tell you." So I thought I did. But looking back, I may have jarbled it up a bit.
Oh, so that wasn't...
It was a picture of I basically racially misgendered someone I assumed to be white. But I'll tell you what, it was a picture of her next to a picture of a I can't remember her name, Helena Bonham Carter in full makeup for my favorite movie, Planet of the Apes. Now, I just have to say, what with my eyesight and my debased condition and such, okay. But to me, they look like two peas in a pod, like total twins, like Xerox copies, like, doppelgangers, like identical to the haircut, and so I thought it was a white woman and such. And so I thought, hey, here's a good way to talk about the bullshit Iran deal of Valerie Jarrett, which is just like Planet of the Apes, the movie, which is just about arresting all the citizens that know how to read and everything they did, the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt and Iran, and they're doing it here now. And so I was like, yeah, look. And, because I was in the middle of a 3-month conversation with journalists in Iran. And, first thing I get, my boyfriend comes in, he goes, hey, ABC's on the phone. And I says, why? I mean, they're always calling me all the time. Like the one time that there's a picture of David Hogg with his hand outstretched and a black armband. And I go, look at that, looks like a Hitler Youth. And then ABC called me and goes, could you please take that down? Because they were monitoring me.
Mhm.
That anything I said that wasn't libtard, was a threat to their democracy of no democracy. So I would take it down because, so they called me and I'm like, they're going to, but I had already deleted it because like after I thought about it, I was like, don't say Muslim Brotherhood with Valerie Jarrett, because I knew that was just some heavy duty shit that I wouldn't have did if I wasn't drunk. And so I deleted it. Okay, ABC calls in the morning. Boyfriend comes in. He goes, ABC's called and you're all over the news. I'm like, why? He goes, oh, because that was a racist tweet. And I swear to God.
Yes.
I said, Muslim is not I would still have vestigial libtard in me. So I was all up my ass, like Muslim is not a race to the world. And he goes, no, she's black. I'm like, huh? Oh, shit.
Because the implication was that you thought that this black woman looked like a monkey. Like,
well,
that's
what ABC
yeah,
said.
Yeah.
Although I had 24 hours in my contract to cure anything that was awry or a mistake I'd made. I said, hey, why don't you let me go on Jimmy Kimmel or The View? They've both done blackface and you didn't do shit about that. Let me go on there and explain and apologize. Because canceled my show within 20 minutes. And then they refused to allow me to come on any of their shows. But the very next day, they just called me a racist and called me a racist tweet. Because in their mind, whenever they see, this is what's so sick. I never used the word monkey. They did.
Yeah.
I mean, because they are that racist, and I know it because I was fighting them the whole time I was on TV to have black writers, a black crew, because that mattered to me.
But it was also what you did on camera. It's also what you did on the show. So it was both ways.
Well, yeah, they had to diminish that because I had to be. I mean, looking at the left now, and this is why I left the left after I saw how mind controlled they are. They're just mind controlled. Also when I ran as president and I got, I'm pretty cute and people liked me at certain times. And if I get a few drinks in somebody, they'll tell me the truth. If I ask the right questions, people will always tell me the truth. And I do ask the right questions at the right time and I always get the truth. And the truth is in funding. Who funds what? Who's the donors of what? Who are the donors? They say follow the money, but they never follow the money to the donors. And that's imperative that we do that. Because they don't, you can't allow people who don't have your right to live donate to the party you vote for. Come on. You know, that's my line. They got the chickens voting for Colonel Sanders. Everybody's stealing that line. I wish I could get $1 for all the politicians that have said that one in the last 5 years. But it's true.
So do you think that basically that thing happened, the show, again, the number one show, I think it was the number one show on television, maybe not even the number one show, maybe not even just the number one sitcom, but number one show, certainly on ABC. Do you think that it was basically
they were 28 million viewers?
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. It's insane.
That's like the biggest show in 15 years. Okay, anyway, but the first day when I was in the room with the writers was a huge wake-up call for me, and I was like, oh, fuck, this is just not, okay? All Trump hate, 100% Trump hating.
So that's what I was going to ask.
Huh? Because it was Hillary. It's Hillary. Like demons, man. They couldn't even hear. And of course, they trained that all on me because how dare you? The look I got just walking in was demonic.
So do you think that's what really...
I know why. Yeah. I knew why. And they want to write lovingly for the people who are those filthy, unwashed, working people that like Trump. You're going to write about those people. I think, we'll see about that. So I had to bend, twist, and I was happy to do it because I had God with me, so I didn't really need too much from them. But they did do good many times. Many times they didn't. Many times they couldn't. But it all worked out. But then, here was the shit. The first time they had us go meet the press, it was a gauntlet. It was a gauntlet of one black person after another standing up and saying, Roseanne, how could you? You were always for civil rights. You were for women, taking everything that I gave up my nervous system to do. Used to be pro-gay. I was staring at him, because I knew it was coming, but I couldn't believe it. The first time, and they said, and now how you've thrown all your support to a racist. And Sarah Gilbert, of course, is the one that said, don't say anything. So the first time I didn't say nothing. I just was cool, like Marianne Williams there. I know her. She's cool. I saw her do it once. Somebody attacked her, and she goes, thank you for your opinion. Next, which I admired. So I said that. Well, the second time it was, how could you do another black person saying the same thing? Like, not even asking about the show or nothing.
Right.
And so, like, by about the fourth time in a row, but it got up to 5 or 6 or 7, I can't remember. I was like, where's ABC? This is their press conference for their new show. Where are they? And because that's what's going to go out in the press is Roseanne had no answer when asked why she supports Rick for my show. So I said, where are they? And so she says, don't say anything. Don't say anything. And so I just got really, I turned into a how do they call us? Pushy, bitter, mean old Jew. You know, as is my right at times. And so I said to her, they're not asking you no shit, so why don't you shut your fucking mouth? And then I said, I don't like that you're calling me a racist when the fact is the reason I don't like Hillary Clinton is because what she did in Haiti. Would you like to discuss that further? And, you know, then ABC came in and stopped. That's when they stopped it.
If you want more comedy in your life, check out our comedy playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist, all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.